when I was little. My father was famous. He was the greatest samurai in the empire.
Hey everybody, Jerry Williams, aka Greater Sapien here. Thanks for stopping by. Today we look at number 64 of Eric Dubay's 200 Proofs Earth is Not a Spinning Ball. Dubay claims, quoting Earth Not a Globe by Samuel Rowbotham, "It is known that the horizon at sea, whatever distance it may extend to the right and left of the observer on land, always appears as a straight line. The following experiment has been tried in various parts of the country. At Brighton, on a rising ground near the race course, two poles were fixed in the earth 6 yards apart and directly opposite the sea. Between these poles, a line was tightly stretched parallel to the horizon. From the center of the line, the view embraced not less than 20 miles on each side, making a distance of 40 miles. A vessel was observed sailing directly westward. The line cut the rigging a little above the bulwarks, which it did for several hours, or until the vessel had sailed the whole distance of 40 miles. The ship, coming into view from the east, would have to ascend an inclined plane for 20 miles until it arrived at the center of the arc, whence it would have to descend for the same distance. The square of 20 miles multiplied by 8 inches gives 266 feet, as the amount the vessel would be below the line at the beginning and at the end of the 40 miles. Okay, I've got two things to say about this one. A globe denier quoting another globe denier is not evidence. And I know some of you right now are saying, there you go again, just denying Dubay's evidence. And to that I say, what evidence? You folks are really keen on pressing me to do an experiment to prove Dubay wrong, yet none of you have ever pressed Dubay to do an experiment to prove himself right. And the other thing I have to say about this one, this is just number 60, except instead of a 12-foot board, it's an 18-foot line between two poles. That's it. So, go back to number 60 and see what I said about that one. So, sorry this one is so short. But hey, while I've got you, a coworker of mine and his best friend have a podcast called Scratch a Track, and you can find it here on YouTube. And the premise is this. You know how back in the day you'd have a CD or a vinyl record and you listen to it on a regular, and then eventually it would get scratched and it would happen right in the middle of a track that you liked, like your favorite track. And you would be like, man, why would it have to be that track? You know, if it's going to get scratched, why doesn't it scratch this track? So on this podcast, Dude and Grim go over classic and new albums and discuss if they had to scratch a track from an album. Which would it be? It could be an album they both love, start to finish, but they take the time to analyze its structure, its themes, its craftsmanship, and ultimately decide which track to eliminate. It's an interesting conversation. They also do first reactions to new music and are all around a couple entertaining guys. So check out their channel. There's a link in the description. Subscribe if you like, don't if you don't, but be civil. Oh, and Earth's not flat.
That's my job! That's what I do!